Ever pondered why a leopard never changes its spots? This age-old adage encapsulates an intriguing truth about expectations. We often find ourselves in the throes of desiring change. More specifically, we yearn for the people around us to change their habits, attitudes, or behaviors to better align with our own ideas or comfort zones. Picture a leopard in the wild. Its spots are not just a random pattern, but an integral part of its identity. They provide camouflage, a signature style, a unique identity that sets it apart. Now imagine asking this leopard to change its spots, to alter its very nature. It sounds absurd, doesn't it? In a similar vein, people too come with their own unique spots, traits that define their individuality. Expecting them to change these spots is as unreasonable as expecting a leopard to change its own. Just like the leopard, people too have their own unique spots that define who they are. Have you ever thought about the weight of your expectations on others? It's a tough question, isn't it? You see, when we expect others to change, we're essentially asking them to carry an extra load, a burden that isn't necessarily theirs to bear. This is not to say that expecting better from those around us is wrong. However, it is crucial to understand that personal growth is just that, personal. It's a journey that one embarks on of their own volition, driven by their own desires and aspirations. And while it's true that we can play a supporting role in someone's development, it's important to remember that the final decision, the ultimate change, has to come from within them, not from an external force. Because at the end of the day, we're all navigating our own paths in this vast universe. Yes, change can be good, but it's not your responsibility to transform someone else. Can we truly understand and accept each other as we are? An interesting question, isn't it? If we take a moment to reflect, we realize that acceptance and understanding are the cornerstones of any healthy relationship. Whether it's with a partner, a friend, or a family member, it's important to remember that each person is a unique individual with their own set of characteristics, traits, and quirks. It's easy to fall into the trap of wanting to change people, to mold them into our idea of perfection. But in truth, this is neither fair nor realistic. We need to realize that expecting someone to change for our convenience is like asking a leopard to change its spots. Instead, what we can do is cultivate acceptance and understanding. We can appreciate the people in our lives for who they truly are, rather than who we want them to be. By doing this, we create a more harmonious environment. In essence, our relationships become less about fulfilling our own expectations and more about mutual respect and understanding. It's about accepting that people can't be boxed into our preconceived notions, and that's okay. It's about understanding that everyone is on their own journey and we need to respect that. So, the next time you feel the urge to change someone, remember this. Acceptance, not expectation, is the key to harmonious relationships. So, how can you approach relationships with a new mindset? Well, it all starts by realizing that everyone has their own unique journey. Expecting others to change for you is like asking a sunflower to become a rose. It's not only unfair, but also unrealistic. Instead, focus on understanding and accepting the people around you for who they truly are. Remember the power of expectations we discussed? Tempering those expectations is key. Instead of placing undue burdens on others, try to communicate your feelings effectively. More often than not, you'll find that misunderstandings stem from a lack of communication rather than a lack of change. Fostering acceptance is another crucial aspect. This doesn't mean you should accept everything blindly, but rather that you should strive to understand the reasons behind people's actions. Understanding leads to acceptance, and acceptance leads to healthier relationships. Let's not forget that change is a two-way street. While it's important not to expect others to change for you, it's equally important to be open to change yourself. This isn't about losing your identity, but about growing and adapting together. In summary, managing expectations, fostering acceptance, and being open to change yourself are the keys to approaching relationships with a new mindset. These are not just mere words, but actionable steps that can lead to healthier, happier relationships. In the end, it's not about changing others, but about growing together, accepting and celebrating each other's unique spots.